This is it, the top 10 story shorts you couldn't stop watching this month. At number 10, this dog's final heist shocked us all.
We thought it was funny. Our dog Milo and his obsession with socks. It started with him stealing one or two from the laundry basket, always the smelliest ones. Then it escalated. He'd sneak into guests' bags, find lone socks and shoes, and hoard them under the couch like trophies. We even joked he was building a fortress of foot funk. Then came the day of the incident. My cousin came over in a panic. She had lost her engagement ring weeks ago and assumed it was gone for good. But as she sat down and kicked off her mismatched shoes, Milo zoomed in like he was on a mission. He grabbed a gray sock, bolted to his stash corner, and proudly dropped it at my cousin's feet. Out fell the ring, wrapped in the sock, exactly how she'd hidden it to keep it safe from her boyfriend. Milo had sniffed it out. He saved the day, the proposal, and the relationship. He still steals socks. But now, we checked him very carefully before taking him back.
At 9, he didn't knock. He just walked right in.
He didn't sneak in. He walked in, opened the sliding door like he'd done it before, paused, looked around the kitchen, walked to the trash can, lifted the lid. I stood there, frozen. He glanced at me, then kept digging, took a slice of pizza, walked out, closed the door behind him. I've never felt more like a side character in my own house.
Number 8, a latte meltdown that had nothing to do with caffeine.
About 7 years ago, my partner and I found ourselves lost in Italy on a sweltering day, nearly 30 degrees. We were stubbornly refusing to ask for directions, wandering in circles until I finally convinced him to stop at a local cafe. I ordered a Diet Coke, simple and refreshing. He, feeling all sophisticated, ordered a latte. A few minutes later, the barista brought him a giant glass of lukewarm milk. In Italy, if you ask for a latte, that's exactly what you get. There he was, melting in the heat, sipping his warm glass of regret while I enjoyed my ice-cold drink. Now, every time he orders a latte, I can't help but laugh, remembering that moment of stubborn pride.
Goose, chaos, sandwiches. At 7, the battle begins.
We were just vibing. Sunshine, sandwiches, peace. Then we heard the honk. One goose, one goal. Bread. He waddled up like he owned the park. We offered a tiny crumb. He scoffed, launched himself at the entire potato salad. Kids screamed. Grandma ran. He chased Uncle Mike into a pond. All for a sandwich we weren't even finished making. Goose, 1. Family, 0. Respect the beak.
At number 6, she's got an exam and a family guilt trip.
I'm 24, working full-time and pursuing a master's degree. My sister, 30, often asks me to babysit her two kids. I've always accommodated her, even rearranging my schedule. But one evening, she asked me to babysit from 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. the night before an exam was 40% of my grade. I declined, needing to study. She was furious, missed a work dinner, and our parents called me selfish. She even posted a vague Facebook status about lacking family support. I'm feeling overwhelmed and questioning if I was wrong to set this boundary.
Number
We
5,
clearly
the bride's
stated our
boundaries
wedding was
sparked a
child-free.
full-blown family feud.
Yet, a couple brought their infant and toddler. During the ceremony, their baby cried, and the toddler was restless. At the reception, with loud music and alcohol, they still didn't leave. I confronted them, and after a heated exchange, asked them to go. Now, I'm second-guessing myself. Was I too harsh?
Coming
We
in at 4,
installed
this
a baby
jailbreak
gate,
was caught on
not
camera.
for the baby, for our dog, because he has a sock stealing problem. But this morning, I walk in and he's on the wrong side, staring at me like I'm the one in trouble. I reset the gate. 10 minutes later, he's through again. Turns out, he lifts the latch with his teeth. nudges a gate open with his shoulder, and casually walks off like a criminal mastermind. I didn't adopt a pet. I adopted a fluffy escape artist. Like and subscribe if your pet has ever outsmarted you. Drop your funniest animal escape story in the comments.
Number 3, the goose was loud, proud, and very illegal.
We were just vibing. Sunshine, sandwiches, peace. Then we heard the honk. One goose, one goal. Red. He waddled up like he owned the park. We offered a tiny crumb, he scoffed. Launched himself at the entire potato salad. Kids screamed. Grandma ran. He chased Uncle Mike into a pond. All for a sandwich we weren't even finished making. Goose. 1. Family. 0. Respect the beak.
Number 3, the goose was loud, proud, and very illegal.
So, picture this. It's a regular night, and suddenly, a goose flies into someone's windshield. Next thing I know, it's wandering around my street, and the police show up to block off the road. I hear all these bangs and crashes outside, but I have no clue what's happening. I look out my window, and there are 4 police officers just staring at my house. Then I see this confused goose trying to escape them by flying into my fence, then my door, and finally, it smacks right into my window. I open the door, and there's this disoriented goose right in front of me, trying to get inside. My cats are going wild, trying to get at it. It's like a scene from a comedy. My neighbor rushes out, grabs a police jacket, and throws it over the goose while it's trying to regain its balance. Meanwhile, I'm just standing there, laughing and shaking my head. But then reality hits. I've got goose droppings everywhere. At 11 p.m., I'm out there with a hose, washing down my porch while the goose is stuck in the back of a police car, looking completely dazed. I never thought I'd be cleaning up goose poop at that hour. But hey, it's a night I won't forget anytime soon.
At 2, a family vacation, a secret plot, and one furious sister.
My sister-in-law offered to take my 3-year-old to Disneyland. I declined. I'm not comfortable with her traveling without me, and finances are tight. Despite this, she told my daughter about the trip. Now my child is excited and asking why she can't go. I feel betrayed and upset. Am I being unreasonable?
And number 1, the moments that broke the internet and the dog bowl.
Welcome to another round of hilarious dog moments. Today, we re-bring you some of the funniest and most epic dog fails that are guaranteed to leave you laughing. We all know dogs can be super talented, but sometimes ... they miss the mark. From trampoline mishaps to face planting during fetch, these dogs are giving us some epic fails we won't soon forget. Take, for example, our first dog, a fluffy golden retriever who thinks he's about to jump over a pool. But instead, he slides straight into it, belly first. The splashes are almost as funny as the look on his face as he realizes his mistake. But don't feel too bad for him, he gets back up and tries again, but this time he's taking things a little more carefully. And then there's this little French bulldog who is learning how to fetch a tennis ball. Sounds simple, right? Well, she somehow misses the ball twice and ends up rolling in the opposite direction. Her confused little face when she sees everyone looking at her is pure comedy. Maybe she's thinking, wait, I meant to do that. But it's not just the little mistakes that are funny, it's the big, epic fails that have us rolling. Like this Siberian Husky, who's running so fast that he completely misjudges a jump and ends up tumbling into a snowbank. His face says it all. What just happened? And don't even get us started on the pit bull, who tries to catch a frisbee midair and ends up belly flopping onto the grass. You'd think a dog would be able to get the hang of it, but nope. Let us not forget the hilarious attempt by a Labrador, who's trying to show off his skills by jumping over a chair. But instead of clearing it, he lands right in a chair's seat, gets stuck, and ends up rolling off it like a pancake. Classic. Of course, these dogs are all still adorable, even in their fail moments. After all, they're just trying their best, and it's that effort that makes them even more lovable. But no matter how many times they fail, they always bounce back with wagging tails and goofy grins. And in the end, their fail moments make them all the more fun to watch. So next time you see a dog trying something new, remember, it's not always about being perfect sometimes. It's the fails that make it all the more hilarious. Make sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed these epic dog fails, and don't forget to subscribe for more furry fun.